Hey, vinyl community, I'm back to do a recent vinyl finds video, and there's a bit of months since I actually listened to these because I haven't had the time to do the video, but now it's time to file them in the old collection, so I wanted to shoot one pretty fast. So yeah, but before we start talking about records, cue music. Cheers! Sunday beer. Ooh. Yeah, the first one is... oh yeah, before I forget. I'm Jonas, this is Sublime Media, and I talk about records, like vinyl records and stuff like that. Vinyl related. Yeah, and if you like the video, at the end give this a thumbs up because it will help Google and YouTube to spread this to other people interested in listening to a stupid Swede talking about records that no one wanted back in the day, and maybe not today either. And leave a comment. I mean, show yourself that you are a part of this channel. Yeah, okay, so let's start with this one. This is Tobias Linsgryta Swedish prog record. It was put out in 2011. I think that the Tobias is the same Tobias that wrote the Swedish prog book. Yeah, I might be mistaken. Yeah, Robinson Jesus. Anyway, this is a prog record. I don't think that it's very good, but it's interesting. It's cool more than good. I've had it on my want list for a great while, and I have to show you because this is the first press. The same year he reissued it again with a different cover artwork, and the cover artwork we are talking about is this. So on the first press he's showing his genitalia here. This is the here. And the second one had a sensor all over it. But this is the real deal. So is the dick. Let's just go out with a bang, shall we? I mean, this is probably, the record of the video. This is John Dummer Band featuring Nick Pickett, Blue. So one of the more rare Vertigo Swirl records, and this is a first UK press with the UK inner sleeve. Looks like this, and the famous Vertigo logo. Yeah, part of the big collection that I bought. This is a great record. I mean, it has had its fair share of slug, if that is even a correct term to use. Not everyone is a huge fan of this record in the Vertigo catalog. I disagree. I think that this is beautiful. And I'm so glad to add it to the collection. I mean, I could never in my wildest dream think that anyone in my local area had that. And the same guy also had this. This is also rare, but not as rare as Blue. I think this came before. John Dummer Blues Band with Cabal, something like that. Yeah, really good condition on the cover, and the record is in great condition. First press, yeah, and it's a great blues record. People say that this is better than Blue. I disagree. I've listened to this twice now. I think that Blue is. I've listened to Blue maybe 5 times. I think that this is okay, moving on. This is, oh shit, a great one. I've had this my 3rd copy. I sold the other 2 because I've bought it for a great price, and it had skyrocketed in price for some reason or another. I don't know. 1972 maybe? 1972 maybe? This is Medusa, a Swedish prog band with fusion leanings. but definitely prog. One or two of the artists went on to do different musical sort of projects that I don't know about right now on top of my head, but the other ones didn't do shit. This is the only record that they released, and it's great. Yeah, on CBS. This is one of those Swedish records that is just lost, and you need to pick it out if you see it. This was also bought in that fair in this summer. Tom Paxton, Rumbling Boy. It's a classic, but I don't think it's a record that I will keep in my collection for long. And it's so cheap that it's going to be hard to sell it for something that... Cheers! Moving on, man, this is also in the collection. I mean, first UK press, Big Decca. This is the thing. This is the stuff. I mean, Getting to the Point by Savoy Brown. A lot of Savoy Brown records were in the collection. I think that I have... Maybe there's one or two Savoy Brown records that I still need. Other than that, I think I'm pretty set with my Savoy Brown now. Underrated, in my opinion. An underrated blues band from the time period. Okay, so this is... I'm gonna flip through these pretty quick because these are Swedish records. They are super Swedish. So, not super Swedish, but it's very Swedish. So all you Swedish guys, you will know about this. All you European guys, or foreign guys to this channel at least, you should know about this. Because this is blues at its absolute finest, in my opinion. This is Peps Passion. Peps Passion in Sweden was, first of all, when he came out, he was this blues guy. He tried to do what John Mayall was doing in the UK. That's my guess, at least. Then he went on to do more reggae and ska stuff in, I think, the 80s and late 70s. Maybe even the mid-70s. But here in 1960, I think this is 67 or something like that on Gazelle. Here it's he's called Linking Louisiana Peps and Blues Connection. Great blues record. I think this is the first Swedish blues record of its kind with an all Swedish cast, but I might be wrong. There will be people that can correct me in the comments. As a blues record, this is great. A 4 out of 5 in my opinion. Highly recommended if you don't know about it, and if you live in Sweden, you know that's a pretty hard record to get your hands on nowadays. But even harder is this. I bought this. It's not in the best quality, but I've wanted this for so long. This is Sweet Mary Jane. You will never find out if you don't turn on Sweet Mary Jane with Peps and blues quality. Inside of the gatefold is trippy as hell as the backside, and they are standing in a field of marijuana. And this was, I think this is from Norrvikens Trädgårdar back in the day, 1968-69. Iconic cover. Music-wise, it's not as good as the first, but when it comes to blues, it's a good blues record. There's no doubt about that. So let's move on. I've had this record so many times. Always sold it, regretted it, bought it again. Don't know why. Sold it again. I don't know. And I'm on the fence. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this again, because when I find it cheap, I buy it and then I end up selling it. But one of the better U2 records, in my opinion. The funny thing with this is that it gets so dull after a while. I mean, in my opinion, one side of U2 is 3 songs too many. And then flipping over to the second side, it's just like every single song sounds exactly the same. And I love the sound of the Edge's guitar, but if you heard one song, you've heard them all. Like, I might get internet on me now. This is the first European press of Achtung Baby with the uncensored, is it Clayton on the back side showing his penis? I think it is. Anyways, one of the U2 records I can tolerate. Let's just say that. So a question for you guys. What do you think about Status Quo? With Care Status Quo, this is such a great record of early sort of heavy blues or blues rock or psychedelic blues. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to label it. Do I have to label it? I don't know. Maybe on Pie Records. I've always said Pie, but I think it's Pie. Spare Parts. Yeah, great record. And it was also in that sort of big pile, big collection that I bought. Otherwise, I don't think I would ever pick up one of the Status Quo records, because to me, Status Quo is whatever you want, whatever you need. You know, that sort of, or in the army now. This is so far from that sort of Status Quo that you can go. I think that the first 3-4 records are brilliant. Then it just goes downhill extremely fast. Bruce Cockburn. I mean, no one has, and I blame you guys. I mean, no one has ever talked about or told me about Bruce Cockburn. So when I sort of stumbled upon this artist from Canada, I was blown away, not only by the song quality, but through sheer sort of authorship. Every single song is a story, and it's fantastic. So when I got this record and I started to listen to him on Spotify and online and on YouTube and stuff like that, I went on a Cockburn pilgrimage. And I'm sitting here, and beside me are, I think, 5 or 8 sort of Bruce Cockburn records that I have got that I need to clean before I can listen to them. This is the only one I have listened to this day. But the fun thing with Bruce Cockburn is that it's so high quality and it costs nothing. Like, this costs nothing. €5 and you are overpaying for Bruce Cockburn records. It's like that. So no one told me about him. Shame on you. So my friend that passed away, I got to buy parts of his record collection from his family. And one of his absolute favorite records, and you can tell by just looking at the cover, was London Calling by The Clash. So I sold my own copy of this and kept his, with bent corners, and it's ring wear, and there's very few things with this copy that is good. Yeah, but it's Lasse to me, and I think it's the first UK press, or at least very early. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to find a good place behind the rest of the Clash that I got from him or the family. I feel like I have talked about this already. Yeah, in my Vertigo Swirl video. Okay, yeah. Yeah, on this record fair this summer, a Finnish guy was selling this. Great guy, super friendly. And we talked about this. I haggled it down and got it for a great price. I mean, if this was in better condition, I guess that I wouldn't buy it. But this is Freedom through the years. And as you can see, the cover is just ringwear heaven, and it's all bleached out. The inside of the gatefold is great, but it's gone through hard times, let's just say that. Okay, I'm leaving this in. No, yeah, this is the UK, but it doesn't have the original sleeve, so my bad. But it is first UK press of this. Yeah, I from the same Finnish seller, I got Jade Warrior, and that's a German first press, not a UK one. So yeah, that's why I'm confused. Sorry. Music-wise, it's great. It's heavy rock, maybe a little bit progressive, I don't know. It's been a while since I spun it now. I think I spun it just after the Let's. Okay, so moving on. I fought the Bobby Fuller 4. I overpaid for this. I have to say, an old couple were selling her brother's records on that fair in the summer. I went over there, I saw this, it's on my want list, and I paid too much. And this is not even in good shape. So, yeah, great record. It only deserves to be in better shape. So the hunt continues, I guess. On the boards, Taste. Taste didn't do a single bad song, in my opinion. Everyone should get their hands on Taste records. Just fantastic. Yeah. So glad to have that. I had I think that this is early UK press. I had a reissue of this that I sold when I got this. So yeah, good times. 2 more to go. This is the second press of Jane debut record, Kraut Rock Extravaganza. I mean, shit, it doesn't get much better than this. And that cover artwork, great gatefold backside. Let's do it like this. Oh. I really love these gatefold plastic sleeves. I have to say, I'm on the path of exchanging all my gatefolds to this. It's gonna take a while and a lot of money, but yeah. And last but not least, this is, if I have done my research correctly, a first UK press of this classic Deep Purple record, Book of Taliesin. The Book of Taliesin. Yes, the Book of Taliesin. Great cover artwork. So bad. Backside. And gatefold. Yeah, this is one of the better ones, in my opinion. Where they still were relative, still had it. I mean, the hard rock path that they went towards within rock and later on, really not my bag. I mean, I'm swearing in the church of Deep Purple now, but it's good, but it's nothing. I don't listen to it. I simply don't listen to it. But the early Deep Purple stuff is fantastic. I can listen to that until the cows go home, and that's it. Shit. Hope you liked what I showed. Leave me a comment or two if you have any questions, or if you just want to say hi, and I'll answer every single one of them. Now, have a great day, everyone. Have a great day.